The human mind is not haunted by failure. It is haunted by incompletion. A loss can be mourned and buried. A defeat can be processed and integrated. But an unfinished thing does not die. It stays alive inside the psyche, quietly running in the background, draining attention, pulling focus, whispering "not yet" every time you try to move forward. This is the silent mechanism behind obsession, rumination, nostalgia, and longing. Long before it was weaponized by modern systems, this phenomenon was observed by bloomer Zeigarnik, who noticed that the mind clings harder to tasks left incomplete than to those finished. Not because the task is important, but because it is unresolved. The brain does not prioritize meaning. It prioritizes tension. And wherever tension remains, attention follows. This is why the conversation you never finished replays louder than the one that ended cleanly. Why the relationship that faded without clarity holds more power over you than the one that ended in flames. Why the version of yourself you almost became weighs heavier than the version you failed to be. The mind is not loyal to truth, it is loyal to open loops. Every man has felt this without naming it. The project that stalled halfway, the apology never given, the boundary never enforced, the ambition paused instead of executed. These unfinished fragments embed themselves into the subconscious like splinters. You don't feel them all the time, but every movement reminds you they're there. They surface in idle moments, in silence, in fatigue, in lust, in distraction. You think you're tired because you worked hard. You think you're unfocused because you lack discipline. In reality, you are carrying too many open loops. The mind, unlike the body, does not rest simply because the day is over. It rests only when tension is resolved. An unresolved tension does not scream, it hums. A low, constant frequency that dulls presence, fragments attention, and slowly erodes clarity. This is why men stay mentally occupied yet spiritually stagnant. Why they feel busy but unfulfilled. Why they crave stimulation while lacking direction. The mind is not empty, it is overcrowded with unfinished business. Here is the trap. Unfinished things create the illusion of importance. Because they persist, they feel meaningful. But persistence does not equal value. The mind confuses what is unresolved with what is vital. This is how weak attachments form. This is how desire lingers long after its object has lost relevance. This is how men stay loyal to dead futures. The woman who never chose you holds more power than the woman who did, because there was no closure. The dream you abandoned halfway feels heavier than the one you completed, because it never reached an ending. The ego tells itself stories. If only I had more time. If only circumstances were different. If only I tried one more time. These stories are not hope. They are symptoms. Symptoms of a loop left open because finishing would require confrontation with reality, with limitation, with responsibility. Ending something means accepting truth. And most men would rather carry tension than accept truth. Understand this clearly. The mind does not seek peace, it seeks resolution. And when resolution is delayed, it seeks substitutes. Distraction becomes medication. Pleasure becomes anesthesia. Busyness becomes avoidance. The unfinished becomes a background engine that fuels compulsive behavior. This is why lust thrives in men who lack closure elsewhere. This is why procrastination feels strangely comforting. This is why nostalgia feels warmer than the present. The mind is trying to complete something, but it no longer remembers what. So it loops, over memories, over fantasies, over what-ifs, over imagined versions of control, and the longer the loop stays open, the more authority it gains. Until eventually, you are no longer directing your attention. Your attention is being pulled, quietly, invisibly, relentlessly. This is the beginning of captivity, not chains, not force, but unfinished business. The man who cannot close loops cannot move forward cleanly. His energy leaks backward. His focus fractures sideways. He is present in body, but absent in mind. He reacts instead of initiates. He consumes instead of builds. He remembers instead of advances. And the most dangerous part? He believes this state is normal. He calls it stress. He calls it modern life. He calls it being human. But it is not human nature. It is psychological debt. And like all debt, it compounds in silence. Once you understand that the mind clings to what is unfinished, the next realization is colder, sharper, and far more dangerous. This weakness is no longer accidental. It is engineered. Modern systems are not designed to complete you. They are designed to keep you open. Every platform, every feed, every almost there promise is built to exploit the same psychological tension, never resolving, never concluding, never letting the loop die. Notifications that don't fully satisfy. Stories that end on cliffhangers. Relationships that remain ambiguous. Hustle culture that keeps you grinding without a rival. Porn that escalates desire without fulfillment. Dating culture that keeps options infinite, but depth non-existent. None of this is random. A completed man is calm, focused, and difficult to manipulate. An unfinished man is restless, impulsive, and predictable, so the world keeps him suspended in permanent anticipation, always reaching, never arriving. This is how attention is harvested, not by force, but by fragmentation. Every open loop splits your focus into smaller and smaller pieces until your awareness becomes diluted. You scroll because the last video didn't finish the feeling. You click because the last answer wasn't complete. You chase because the last reward didn't satisfy. And slowly, without noticing, your inner world becomes a graveyard of half-started thoughts, abandoned goals, unresolved emotions, and deferred decisions. You are not lazy. You are overloaded. You are not weak. You are mentally occupied by dozens of invisible obligations your nervous system believes it still owes closure to. The system wins not by exhausting your body, but by never letting your mind rest. This is why modern men feel anxious without danger, tired without labor, stimulated without purpose. Their mental energy is being siphoned by unfinished loops they didn't consciously choose. The algorithm does not want your peace, it wants your return. The market does not want your clarity, it wants your craving. Because craving requires tension, and tension requires incompletion. So nothing ends cleanly. Everything fades, teases, hints, and promises just enough to keep you engaged. Even identity itself becomes unfinished. You are encouraged to find yourself, build your brand, become your best version, but never to arrive. Arrival would end the chase, and the chase is profitable. The most brutal consequence is this: unfinished loops erode willpower. Every unresolved task quietly taxes your cognitive load. Every avoided conversation consumes background energy. Every delayed decision drains authority from the self. Over time, this creates a man who feels busy yet ineffective, stimulated yet hollow, informed yet directionless. He mistakes motion for progress and consumption for growth. His attention becomes reactive instead of deliberate. And because his mind is constantly being pulled backward and sideways, he struggles to commit fully to anything in front of him. Depth becomes uncomfortable. Stillness becomes intolerable. Silence becomes threatening, because silence gives the unfinished room to speak. This is how control works now. Not through commands, but through incomplete narratives. You are fed fragments, not conclusions. Desire without closure. Knowledge without application. Motivation without structure. And the man who lives in fragments becomes fragmented himself. His masculinity softens not from lack of strength, but from lack of integration. He is split across too many unresolved timelines, too many almosts, too many mental tabs left open. And a man who cannot close loops cannot hold frame. He cannot command presence. He cannot sustain discipline, because discipline requires a quiet mind. and a quiet mind only comes from resolution. Power returns the moment a man decides that nothing unfinished is allowed to live rent-free inside his mind. Closure is not emotional. It is strategic. It is the deliberate act of ending psychological tension, so attention can be reclaimed and directed forward instead of leaking backward. This is where most men fail, not because they don't know what to do, but because finishing feels heavier than fantasizing. Ending a loop requires accepting reality without edits. It means deciding instead of hoping, acting instead of rehearsing, cutting instead of lingering. And for a disciplined man, this is not cruelty. It is mercy to the self. The mind does not need endless options. It needs clean endings. The first principle of loop closure is brutal inventory. You cannot close what you refuse to name. Every unfinished task, unresolved relationship, delayed decision, half-abandoned ambition must be dragged from the subconscious into the open. Not to feel it, but to end it. Some loops are closed by completion. Others are closed by rejection. Both are valid. The mistake is leaving them suspended. Write the list. The conversations you've been avoiding, the projects you stalled, the boundaries you never enforced, the women you never let go of mentally, the identity you keep considering but never committing to. Awareness is not healing, but it is the doorway. The mind relaxes the moment it senses authority returning. The second principle is decisive termination. Most men think closure means comfort. It doesn't. Closure means finality. A loop is closed the moment the mind knows there will be no further negotiation. That means finishing the task or killing it, speaking the truth or accepting silence permanently, choosing the path or burning the alternative. The brain does not need happiness, it needs certainty. Certainty collapses tension. This is why a clean rejection hurts less than mixed signals, why a clear failure stings less than prolonged maybe. When you decide, energy returns. When you hesitate, energy leaks. The disciplined man does not ask, "How do I feel about this?" He asks, "Is this open or closed?" The third principle is ritualized completion. The mind respects symbolism. Endings must be marked. This is why men feel relief after physically checking a box, sending the final message, deleting the number, closing the tab, clearing the workspace, or performing a deliberate cut-off ritual. These acts signal the nervous system that the loop has ended. Without ritual, the mind keeps the file open. This is especially critical with desire, lust, and emotional attachment. You cannot outthink a loop, you must out-end it. Silence is not closure unless it is chosen consciously. Distance is not release unless it is declared final internally. As loops close, something rare happens. Mental silence. Not emptiness. Clarity. Focus sharpens. Presence deepens. The urge for constant stimulation weakens because the background noise is gone. This is why disciplined men appear calm, slow, deliberate. They are not carrying unfinished weight. Their attention is not split across imaginary futures and unresolved pasts. They are here. And because they are here, they move with force. This is also where sexual discipline stabilizes. Lust thrives in men with unresolved tension elsewhere. When loops close, libido no longer seeks distraction. It aligns with mission. Desire becomes controlled instead of compulsive. The final truth is simple and unforgiving. A man's power is directly proportional to the number of loops he has closed. Not how much he knows, not how much he wants, not how hard he dreams, but how clean his inner ledger is. The unfinished will always try to pull you backward. The world will always try to keep you suspended. Your responsibility is not to escape the system. It is to become unhookable. Close the loops. Finish what must be finished. End what must be ended. And when the mind no longer hums with unresolved tension, you will feel it immediately. Focus returns, discipline stabilizes, and movement becomes inevitable. This is not self-help. This is psychological sovereignty. Thus remember, We are Indeceptor. The Crusaders Bundle. 4 ruthless lessons. 1 unbreakable code. For a limited time, claim all 4 Indeceptor audiobooks for the price of 3. Step inside the private archive of discipline, power, and psychological warfare, where lust is conquered, the mind is weaponized, and legacy is forged. Don't just listen. Arm yourself. Indeceptions.com, the ultimate semen retention master course, a step-by-step transformation system that takes you from lust-driven to purpose-driven, from scattered to laser-focused, from drained to powerful. Inside are 30 high-level lessons, 1 for each day, that dismantle your habits, rebuild your mindset, sharpen your energy, and teach you how to redirect your sexual power into wealth, ambition, creativity, strength, and leadership. You also get access to a private community of men who are walking the same path, a brotherhood built on discipline, not chaos. If you're tired of slipping, tired of relapsing, tired of being controlled by urges instead of controlling your destiny, then step into the 30-day ascension and start the transformation that will change everything. Available now for pre-order, indeceptions.com. Master your energy, and you master your life.